Hello and welcome. My name is Alan and we are back with more. Not with more. Sorry. Yeah, this was meant to be Monday's video, but I'm doing it now. It has not even been 4 full months. And Trump has shown his wantonness to be a dictator. We are not quite in, but we are very close to a fascist, Nazi-like regime. Let's, for one, look at the illegal deportations he has been committing. And they are illegal. But we'll get to that in a moment. Let's first watch some. This is from ABC.
Maryland husband and father wrongly deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador. The U.S. Supreme Court just days ago ruling the U.S. must facilitate his return. But today, President Trump and the president of El Salvador in the Oval Office, El Salvador's president, when asked if he'll return the man, said that was a preposterous question. Here's Terry Moran tonight.
At the White House today, President Trump and the president of El Salvador. And at the center of their agenda, one man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man, a Salvadoran immigrant, husband and father, whom the Trump administration admits was mistakenly deported to that notorious prison in El Salvador.
Admits! They even say, yeah, we fucked it up. We don't give a shit. We ain't bringing them back. Let's continue.
He's done a fantastic job.
Today, Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele said he's got no plans to send Abrego Garcia back home to the U.S. and his family.
How can I return him to the United States? Like I smuggle him into the United States, or what do I do? Of course, I'm not going to.
Hey, dumbass. We're paying you to house them. That means we can say, yeah, send that one back. It ain't a matter of, no, fuck you. You can send them back if we tell you to.
Do it. It's like, the question is preposterous.
The Supreme Court unanimously ruled late last week that Abrego Garcia's removal to El Salvador was, quote, illegal. And
even the Supreme Court telling Trump, hey, you shouldn't have done this. 9-0. How often do you see a 9-0 Supreme Court decision?
Ordered the Trump administration to facilitate his return. The administration claims Abrego Garcia is a member of the MS-13 gang, but a federal judge said last week they have offered, quote, no evidence to back that up, and he has no criminal record here or in El Salvador. After that ruling, President Trump told reporters this.
I have great respect for the Supreme Court. If they said to bring him back, I would tell them to bring him back.
But now the administration argues that federal courts have no authority to direct the executive branch on how to conduct foreign relations.
So, he says he's got respect. They tell him to do something. Because guess what? There is supposed to be something called checks and balances in our fucking government. But dumb fuck Donnie doesn't seem to believe in fucking law and order and the fucking Constitution, just what he wants to do. It baffles me how many goddamn stupid cocksuckers sit there and be like, I love that. God, so many stupid people. But yeah, let's listen to what stupidity they proclaim.
And Attorney General Pam Bondi said today that bringing Abrego Garcia back would be up to El Salvador.
That's up to El Salvador if they want to return him. That's not up to us.
And over the weekend, 10
Bitch! We are paying for the prison. I explained this earlier. We can tell them, yeah, send that one back. God, stupid so much.
And more migrants were sent to that prison in El Salvador. Trump said he likes it, even for U.S. citizens, suggesting Americans could be next.
I don't know what the laws are. We always have to obey the laws, but we also have homegrown criminals. I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out.
First of all, you don't know what the damn laws are. You just said that. I don't know what the... He has no business being in charge. And then, Ben Cocksucker states, there's some homegrown criminals that like to shit. No! You shouldn't have even sent these. This was fucking illegal because it violates what? The 5th fucking amendment of the Constitution. The Due Process Clause. It says people. Purposely says people. Not citizens. Not people here legally. People. You got orange ass hat. Anyway, let's continue.
Out of the country, but you'll have to be looking at the laws on that.
That might sound like Trump's just joking, trying to rile up his opponents, but before reporters and cameras were in the Oval Office, a member of the Salvadoran delegation was live streaming, and Trump can be heard saying to Bukele, quote, homegrowns are next, the homegrowns, suggesting that Bukele needs to build about 5 more prisons. Bukele laughed, and Trump can be heard saying, quote, it's not big enough. David?
Terry Moran at the White House for us. Terry, thank you.
So yeah, there's one video. We've got another one, Sky News. I won't play it, but it's here for you if you want to watch it. But let's look at this for the dumbasses who don't want to believe things, because we know they exist. They're called Trump fans. The 5th Amendment of the Constitution states, and I quote, no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be put twice in jeopardy of life or limb. Nor shall they be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So look at this. No person. It doesn't say anything about being a citizen. Doesn't say anything about being here legally or illegally. You're a goddamn fucking moron if you use that fucking argument. And yet, here we are, stupid asses. Why more people aren't outraged and angry, I don't know. Well, yeah, I do know. They're brainwashed or they're stupid. That's the only fucking obvious answers. No person. Doesn't say citizen. Doesn't say illegal person, illegal or legal person. It just says no person, you goddamn morons. Fucking stupid fucks. And this shouldn't be happening. But look where we're goddamn at here. So many people have been deported to the concentration camp. I call it a concentration camp. It isn't a detention camp. It's a concentration camp. Mahmoud Khalil. He was here legally. Yeah. He was a legal citizen or a legal immigrant. What ICE did was out and out illegal. Then we have Kilmar Abrego Garcia, wrongly deported. The Trump administration even admits that was an administrative error. Well, you need to fucking goddamn fix it. Fucking hell, man. This is Mahmoud Madawi, a legal permanent resident with a green card since 2015, detained by ICE. Turkish student at Tufts University who was in the protest for Palestinian support. Doctoral student. Not here illegally, she was legally here. We had the makeup artist Andre Jose Hernandez Romero, rounded up and sent to an El Salvador prison after claim crown tattoos proved he was a gang member. Turns out, no! Again, a fucking lie! As we are finding out more and more that the Trump administration does is lie! 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 God damn, they lie! In fact, here's from Axios. Most immigrants sent to the mega prison in El Salvador have no apparent criminal record. 3/4. 3/4. This was due to a 60 Minutes report from Bloomberg. 90% of migrants deported to El Salvador had no U.S. criminal record. This is out and out fascist, racist bullshit. Period. Period. There is no but. No. It's fascist, racist cocksuckery. Here's from the LA Times. About 90% of migrants sent to El Salvador lack U.S. criminal record. So yeah, what they have been doing is illegal. Illegal as fuck. And as we found out at the end of that video, they want to do it to homegrown citizens. Nah, that's really fucking illegal. Really fucking illegal. People wonder how the fuck Hitler took power. How the fucking Holocaust happened. Well, here we are, motherfuckers. I swear, all members, Trump, his executive heads of departments and advisors, all need arrested, tried, and imprisoned for life. I don't care. Because what they have done is pure and simple treason. It is treason. He's fucking shredding the Constitution. Attacking the civilian populace and their rights. Fuck this cocksucker. I hate Democrats. I fucking despise Republicans. There will never, if this country survives to have elections again, I will never vote Republican. They can fuck off. For all I fucking care. Never. But, besides his penchant for having a Gestapo, ICE, come and take people, let's not forget what else he's done in less than frickin' 4 months. Signalgate. Yeah. Fucking Signalgate. Few links for you there if you want to look that up and look at it some more. Here, let's not forget about the freaking stock market falling the fuck apart. Some say it was done to drive a panic, drive prices down so that Trump can lift tariffs and go, all right, you're good. And then cause certain people to buy in early enough to make them big money. Insider trading. While others just say he's being a dumbass because he don't know what the goddamn fuck he's doing and is destroying economies. Not that they're the only fucking thing that matters when economies are around, but the stock market is one of the big indicators because so much deals with stock markets, such as the Social Security, 401ks, You know, people's ability to live. And then, of course, let's not forget about dipshit, dumbass motherfucker Elon Musk cutting spending. No, he's cutting costs to try to make it look like they're making room for this big tax cut. So trying to make room for it. And they're not going to be able to do it because you can't cut enough and keep a feasibly running government to help keep people alive. He wanted to cut $2 trillion. Nah, they ain't getting there. Yet, private companies can get rich. A lot of the groups, organizations that regulate and keep things in at least a little check have been decimated because of his dipshit, dumbass motherfuckers cuts. And now here, finish most of $1 trillion federal cost cuts within weeks. I thought you wanted $2 trillion there. You ain't getting it. You're not going to find it. Why? Because they want fucking tax cuts for the fucking rich. If you're a fucking middle class or working class American, you're going to get very little to none of it. You're a dumbass if you think you are. No, this is more tax cuts for the rich. Like they were in Trump's first goddamn term. 85 fucking percent of it went to the fucking wealthy. But of course, there's stupid fucks out there. Hey, give me a tax cut. Yeah. Sure he is, buddy. Sure he is. You know, I keep saying it baffles me, but it doesn't. Because I know how this shit happens. But even with that, it still baffles and frazzles the goddamn fuck out of me that people would vote for this dumb shit. You know, we had the hands-off protest a little while ago. They say it's one of the largest protests in American history. Maybe the actual largest. Yet, that isn't going to matter to some dumb people. I'm sure this will get well, there's a good chance it could get flagged and demonetized. I frankly don't give a goddamn. I don't make money at this point anyway on these things. But also, there's things that need to be said, so I say them. I don't fucking pussyfoot around trying to act like, oh my goodness, oh no. I fucking say what needs to be said. I respect many commentators in new media. You know, the actual good news people who have the patience and the thoughtfulness to deal with this with some level of decorum. Because sometimes, many times, nah. It ain't happening. Decorum, gone out the window. Because you know what? This isn't a time to be nice and kind and watch the words. No. It's a time to tell you what you fucking need to hear. Whether you like the words I use or not, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I really don't. Like I said, I've never made a dime off these. I don't do commercials. I don't beg for likes and subs so I can get to where I'm getting paid. No, I do this because I feel these are things that need to be put out there. Some of them for my own sanity, and some of them because they need to be said. And sometimes it's just my own thoughts. But yeah, I wanted to dig into this to show how stupid of a fucking track we are on. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and end this video. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these links in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.